Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for The Walking Dead comics issue 187. Okay, listen to the story behind this one. About 2 days ago I realized, shit, I didn't, I totally forgot that it even came out. Because I was so busy doing things day to day and trying to catch up with stuff busy, hectic holiday season of course. So because of all that, I was pushed behind with things. I was so busy trying to catch up on things and do things that I completely forgot that it even came out. And so I was like, shit, I'm like a week behind on this. Sorry that this is a week late, but that's the reason why. Also, because of that, and because I'm still super busy with a bunch of stuff, I actually don't know what I'm doing about the review for this yet. Know that it'll be coming, even if it's a week after this video. It'll happen eventually. As soon as I get the time, I'll do a review for this. But gotta react to it, gotta read it now. I waited so I could read it on camera, of course, since I do it this way every month. And also because I want to catch my reactions, because it's been really good lately. I think that issue 186 was like damn good. I think that, again, a little slightly salty, but I think I think it was a good death at the same time. But Dwight was really one of the most interesting characters going on in the series, and they killed him off last time, which is interesting. And in addition to that, Rick is going through a lot with this. And Michonne, I've given a lot of shit to Michonne here. She kind of turned her back on everyone, betrayed everyone, all for the sake of getting this glimpse at a past life that doesn't really exist anymore or anything. But that's really well written in itself. So that's the thing, I'm giving Michonne shit, but I'm not saying I don't like Michonne because it's bad writing. No, it's well written. I'm just saying that I don't like the decision she's made, despite the fact that it's well written. And I think what Kirkman's done a great job at here, going all the way back just dozens of issues ago with things that characters were doing and things they were saying, like with Dwight saying, if something happens, who's the army going to side with, me or you? And now him dying, potentially becoming a martyr to start a war that Rick could be on the wrong side of. In addition to that, things that Michonne was saying about her feeling like she didn't deserve to be happy, or this and that, because of what happened with her daughters. There were things that set up these circumstances so long ago and made it so that the circumstances Dwight was under are so complex. Like, Dwight was here before Rick and everyone even showed up. He was with Negan, he saw everything going on, and he saw how this place was the same, but nobody was doing anything about it. Rick has his point of wanting to keep peace and feeling like he needed to have Dwight die because he needs to keep peace, but at the same time, he didn't want this. He didn't want any of this. This probably screwed everything up, and it's all Michonne's fault. She screwed everything up for really bad reasons, but she has her reasons. Even though she's making terrible decisions based on those reasons, there's a lot of complex things going on with her that have led her to the dark side, so to speak. So I like that. It's really well written. Even though I don't agree with what Michonne's doing, it's really well written, and it's really complex. So I'm interested to see what the fallout for all of that will be, because now we have The Road Back is what issue 187 is entitled. So because of that, I'm really interested if we're going to see how everyone reacts to what happened with Dwight now. It'll be really, really cool to see. Because there's going to be a lot of people upset. Maybe at Rick, maybe at Michonne, maybe at the Commonwealth. But, yeah, and another thing people in my comments were bringing up last month, again, sorry I'm taking so long to get to actually reading, but a lot happened, and it's been a month, obviously. Another thing people were bringing up in the comments, though, was that it's not like Dwight was some random nobody for Michonne to be like, oh well, who cares, he had to die for this to happen or whatever. For Michonne to act like that is really, really a dick move, because Dwight specifically saved her. Saved her life multiple times, at least twice. So, yeah, Michonne, what an asshole. So, we have Rick looking forlorn in the cover here with Michonne's back in this evil pantsuit in the background with her back turned to him. Okay, I'm loving this. Let's move on. Let's do it. Alright? So now we're starting with an address being given by Pamela. Oh, also last time we saw how shitty Pamela and the Commonwealth leaders are with that hunting scene. Oh, that was so bad. Well, bad as in evil, not bad as in poorly written. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. I'd like to thank you all for gathering on such short notice. I wish I were here to deliver better news. I think we're all aware of the tensions that have been building in our community over the last few weeks. I've been concerned that things were going to get out of hand. Unfortunately, last night my fears were confirmed. I know how news travels fast here and how things can get distorted. I called this meeting to avoid that. And we see Elodie, Eugene, and Stephanie in the crowd there. So let me be as clear as possible. In the early hours of last evening, there was an assassination attempt. And Rick Grimes saved my life. Oh, the lies, the spin. Okay? The would-be assassin was Dwight, a member of Rick's group. He was a disturbed individual who didn't understand certain elements of our way of life. He was his obsession with us fed a darkness that was brewing inside of him for some time. I did not want his actions to be used against Rick or the rest of his people. They're still welcome here as anyone who we encounter. To that end, I've asked Rick to say a few words. Man, Rick should just get up and say, she's totally lying, fuck all of this, revolt. Because, I mean, the citizens don't seem to like the leadership. Mercer doesn't seem to like the leadership, and he's the one in charge of the officers. It really feels like they could take over and do things right at any time, basically. But either way, and it feels like there wouldn't even be much bloodshed or anything, because they could easily do it. Everyone except for, like, Pamela and Maxwell and Sebastian are basically on the same page. But either way, and Elodie and Michonne, they're kind of dicks now, too. People of the Commonwealth, I give you my savior, Rick Grimes. Thank you, Governor Milton. I don't really know what to say. I know these are difficult times, even painful for some. Lines are being drawn in your community, and people are starting to take sides. Believe me when I say I know the dangers that may lie ahead. For my part, I plan to do whatever I can to help find a peaceful solution to all the unrest brewing in the Commonwealth. And now we see Mercer looking kind of pissed in the audience. I'm totally team Mercer and Dwight, though. Magna, you sent for me? Oh, Sadiq. Yes, I did. Please come in. We have some pretty abrupt cuts lately, too. I need you to go back to the Commonwealth. What? Why? I want to know what's going on. I feel like they should have been back by now, and I'm worried. The problem is, I don't have very many people to spare here, so I'll need you to go to the hilltop. I'm sure Maggie could spare a few people to accompany you. Yeah, I can do that. Totally. When do you want me to leave? Right now, says Magna. Alright. Now we have Mercer going home. What are you doing here? We have Princess. Sorry, I left some things here and needed to get them back. Totally broke in. Didn't mean to gloss over that. Sorry. Hope you understand. You're leaving the Commonwealth? Yeah, look, I don't do so well when things get ugly, and with everything going on, it's pretty clear things are going to be ugly here for a while. So I really need to not be here. Fair enough. I kind of feel like I deserve a better explanation than that, but fair enough, says Mercer. Sit down, she says. I've had a hard life. Yeah, I know, who hasn't, right? But I mean, before all this. My dad left when I was young, which sucked. A lot. Later, when I was 10, my mom remarried, and the guy brought my evil stepbrother with him. He was pretty much an adult already, so there were these two men moving in with my mom and me. And things got worse from there. I wasn't what you'd call a model child. Acted up, acted out, you name it, I did it. Having a new stepdad with all kinds of new messed up rules didn't help. I got punished a lot, but not your typical, they work together. My new stepfamily, both of them. They'd tie me up, lock me in a closet. They'd leave me there for hours. Sometimes I'd pee my pants. That'd just make them more mad. They'd take turns beating me. When one got tired, the other would jump in. My mom, she didn't seem to care. She was just happy she wasn't alone anymore. I don't mind being alone. So that was my whole life, until all this happened. Which is worse, I'll admit. It changes things, growing up like that. Where most people see a man, I see an evil monster, long before men were actually dying and coming back as evil monsters. It was hard with you, seeing you as something not evil. But in that moment, after we'd killed all those dead, you were a hero. So, because that was my life for so long, I don't let darkness into my life if I can help it. That's why I try to be so cheerful. If I'm happy, it seems to make others chill out a little and be happy. That's why I can't be here for this. If things get bad or seem like they're going to be bad, I'm not like my mom. I'd rather just be alone. I love Princess. She is a top-tier character. Princess is god tier. So is Mercer. I really like Mercer too at this point. So you're leaving. I am. Anything I could do to talk you out of it? I don't think so. No, I'm sorry. You were nice, but no. And now we have this cut to, the kid. Was his name Josh or something? And, Sophia. Pretty much. I barely remember my real mother at this point. Well, that's not fair to say. I remember her, but all those memories are tied into so much pain that I sort of block them out. So yeah, Maggie's been a mother to me for what seems like most of my life. All the parts I care to remember, at least. Yeah, that's cool. I can't believe your mom is the one who runs this whole place. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up my sad memories. Not exactly a great first date conversation. You kidding? My parents and I have been on the road by ourselves for the past 2 years. Okay. My parents and I. I thought there were 2 adults and 2 kids, though. I thought he had a sibling. Maybe I'm just wrong. For the past 2 years. Before we got here, we were so desperate. We were going to live with people who wore skin as masks. If we don't talk about sad memories, what else is there to talk about? Well, ain't that the truth? So tell me then, what kind of horrible shit happened to you and your parents before you got here? To you before you and your parents got here. What's got you smiling like that, says Lydia. It's Sophia, says Carl. Oh yeah? Sophia makes you happy now. What? No, not like that. That's not what I meant. She's been really lonely lately, but she's on a date with that new kid, Josh. They seem to be having a good time. I'm happy for her. You love her, don't you? Lydia, don't be a selfish bitch. Everything's working out perfectly fine right now. Yeah, I do. As a friend. Please, Lydia, don't misunderstand. What I have with you, it's different. It's special. It is. Sophia and I grew up together. Some of my oldest memories are playing with her, hiding with her. There's a bond that I can't deny, but it's friendship, okay? What you and I have, I could never have that with Sophia. There's a darkness in me that I know is there. I know the things I've done, the lives I've taken, the pain I've caused. I've had to do terrible things to get by, same as you. I look at you and I see what you've done, but I don't care. I see the good in you instead. Same with me. You don't know you know who I am, what I've done. You still see me. There's an understanding between us because we're both monsters. You think I'm a monster? And then she runs off. Lydia, please. So I love this, getting deeper into Carl's own problems from growing up in this world the way he has. This has been a really damn good issue again. Now we have Axe meeting Skull, cutting over to Mercer, dealing with his frustrations by killing some zombs. Have a gunshot. Seemed kind of pointless, but whatever. Everything okay, Mercer? Says Laura. And she kind of helped him out there. He's panting heavily. What do you want? I know we don't know. Oh, I like this. She's probably going to work with Mercer because Mercer's probably pissed that Rick is going along with the lies. I know we don't know each other, but I can't help notice it. Looks like you got a lot of steam to blow off. What? If you're pissed off about how fucked up things have gotten around here, then it would seem we're both frustrated by the same thing. Any interest in putting that frustration to good use? Maybe, he smiles. Yo, I love Mercer. And Laura's top tier, because Laura, she was right about the things that were going on with Dwight. He saw bad things, and he was right. But she always tried to help him keep his cool, to do things the right way. So I think that where Rick and Michonne are maybe going too extreme to one side, and Dwight was a little too extreme to the other side, well, maybe it's just Michonne and Dwight that were more extreme, but Rick is on Michonne's side, but a little bit more in a moderate level, and Laura was on Dwight's side, but more to a moderate level. So I think that, again, is good. Sorry, had to grab some water. My throat is moitering me right now. Okay, now we have Rick and Michonne at the little cafe tables again. I know it's not enough, but I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I want you to know that. Oh, a mistake. It's not going to bring Dwight back, though, is it? Says Rick. Be salty. Can I sit? I'm sitting down. I created a bad situation. That much is true. But you can't pin Dwight's actions on me, or at least you shouldn't. The man was a loose cannon, to say the least. He'd already flown off the handle the day before and things just kept escalating with him. I seem to recall not too long ago when you were on the other side of his gun. So I'm saying I sense a pattern, and I wasn't a huge part of it. See? Michonne, totally the problem. She's blaming things on him. He saved her ass multiple times. What an asshole. I'm sorry, he says. Don't apologize. Both of you were bitches. I'm full Team Mercer. What? I couldn't quite hear that, she says. A man is dead, Michonne. Yes, don't play with her fucking jokes. And I'm saying that was inevitable. That guy was far beyond his third strike. Fuck off, Michonne. What a terrible fucking shit person. Again, not poorly written, but a shit person. I came to this table to remind me of how different things are. How far these people have come and how much is at stake. We've encountered new people and moved to new places before, and that's brought conflict. But there's never been anything like this. So if I seem like I'm pushing too hard, or if I'm not myself, it's because I already feel the weight of this place on my shoulders. I don't want to screw up what they have here. If we could make things work here, then we're on the road back to normal. Okay, all of that right back at you. Because I think you're right, says Michonne. Okay, next page. Load, please. Okay. I'm just saying, if Dante can land a woman like Maggie, gives me hope. Is that Eduardo? Hey, what's... Stop right there. They both raised their spears. Eduardo, it's me, Sadiq. I signaled before I approached. Weren't you looking? Yet. Sorry, man. Come in. What the hell, man? I thought you were looking. Or, I don't know. I guess things have been so quiet lately. Guess I'm off my game. I agree with Magna. I'm very worried that I haven't heard anything from Rick since he went to the Commonwealth, so I'd like to ask some of you to accompany Sadiq on his trip. I don't know what I'll be sending you into, so I'm making this completely voluntary. If any of you are willing to, I'd like to... And both Aaron and Jesus say it at the same time, look at each other. Yeah, we'd like to go. I've spent my fair share of days beyond the wall. I feel like I'd be useful out there. So I'd also like to volunteer my services. That is, of course, if you can stand to be away from me. I love Dante, too. He's one of my favorites. Somehow I'll manage. Harsh. Sadiq, you know the layout of the Commonwealth and their security. Is it possible to observe them from a safe distance? This could cause trouble if they think they're spying, actually, now that I think about it. I'm just hoping we can keep this as simple as possible. They're a pretty open settlement. If that suddenly changed, we'll know something's up. Okay then, that's the plan. Ride up, take a look. If things look okay, check in. If things have gone bad, get back here in a hurry. Keep it simple. Okay, cool. Let's get started on our goodbyes, says Dante. Take care of yourself out there. It'll be my #1 priority. If there's any chance my dad's in trouble, I'm going. That's all there is to it, says Carl. If your dad's in trouble, the last thing he would want is for me to send you into that trouble. I really think you should stay here. Unless you're gonna tie me up and lock me away, I'm going. So, you gonna tie me up? No, she says. You're leaving. Oh, and it's gonna be Lydia. I am. Okay. Lydia, wait. You looked at me. You're the only one who could look at me. You're the reason I stopped hiding my injury. The reason everyone can look at it now. You gave me the confidence to be myself. After what we've both done, what we've become in order to survive, I don't know, yeah, I sometimes worry people see us as monsters. But we're monsters who see through the ugliness in each other, and we see who we both really are, and that makes me feel normal. I'll happily be that kind of monster for you, she says, and they smile. Like this. What a fucking day, says one of the soldiers as they're taking their armor off. Seems like that's all we get lately. Anyone have a good day today? No? Didn't think so. Me neither, says Mercer. Love Mercer. Can any of you remember your last good day? I know we have it good here in the Commonwealth. I know it's better than whatever we had before we got here. But don't you see how much better this place could be? Day after day, we sweat and toil and grind. Why? Do any of you like risking your lives for Governor Milton and her friends? And then they're all just looking at him with this outburst. I thought not. So, why do we let them stay in power? Their power is us. We see them sitting on their perch looking down on the rest of us, Doesn't have to be that way. We can install new leaders, better leaders. We could do it quick, or we could do it quickly and peacefully. We could, we could. Oh, Mercer. Oh God. Governor Melton's gonna be so disappointed in you. And Lance walks in. Ah, shit. Is this the end of it? Oh shit. It is time. Let's go. Team Mercer, because I was Team Dwight. Fuck Michonne, what an asshole. So yeah, Michonne's an asshole. Rick is kind of siding with the wrong side. Full Team Laura and Mercer. Full Team Laura and Mercer. And Princess is amazing. This was a really, really good issue. We got so much good character stuff. With all of the ones, especially we got Mercer there, but Princess's character work, so good. And then the same goes for the Carl and Lydia stuff. Really, really well done. So yeah, I loved this issue. I had a lot of fun with it again this month. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this has been a long video as is, because this was like novel levels of reading here for these pages. So it's been a long video. But I'm going to end it here, and the review will be up as soon as I can do it, even if it's like a week from now. So, if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this week's, or this month's issue, what you thought of my first thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more. The Walking Dead, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord about this or anything else, server's free and open for anyone. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.